Okay, I'm going to show you something. This whole Elohim thing. Now, remember, this is a video from before Christmas. I told you I had a dream that I was standing behind a dude that was a rabbi, and he was explaining to another dude why they worship the fallen angels. And I'll show you on my phone when I used the voice to text. What I said did not come out the way I said it, but it's exactly what this guy is saying. It's very weird, but you know, it validates what I was saying about who this Elohim group is. It's the fallen angels. So listen to what he has to say. He's reading it out of the Hebrew here.
Just as a little background, we read Rashit and then Bara, which means something.
Okay, so there's the word bara. Okay, interesting, kind of like Barack Obama. Okay, but anyway, we'll just leave that out. So bara. Okay, so let's listen to what he says.
Like in the beginning, created. Now notice the word created here needs a subject. Who did the creating? And that's given in the next word here. Elohim.
Okay, so there you go. The Elohim did the creating. Used the word bara. Okay? So, bara. I don't know that word from nothing. Now I'm going to show you how that came out on my phone. Because I had this in a dream. It wasn't. I'm not saying it was a lucid dream, but it was like I was in a room with the dude. But I was behind him, and he was explaining to somebody why they worship it, the fallen angels. All I got was, that's why we worship the fallen angels. And then he said the name. So here it says that the bara, the Elohim, did the creating, okay, in Hebrew. Here's when I was using voice to text, okay, because I was telling them about this dream that I had, and the guy said that was the name of the fallen angels. And this is way before I ran across this. I ran across this tonight on 4/11/2014. You can see here, December 29th, 4 days after Christmas. Okay, so no, it doesn't mean she's El. This is not how it was talking. It just translated that way. It is a little god, which is true. It's the lesser, or the god finish in Cana. I don't know why it said finish, and it's got yellow through it. You was the fallen angels. It was supposed to be EWW. The fallen angels. The show was you, and it's on that Jimmy Fallon or Jimmy Fallon or Jimmy Falick, whatever you want to call it, which is really the fallen, because he pronounces his name Fallon, but it's really fallen. So la la ooh 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 ooh, which I didn't say that at all. And if you reverse that, that's ooh la la. That's the female, like in French, when you've heard that, you go ooh la la. Well, that's French. Okay, that I didn't say is the fallen angels. Well, technically, it's the woman. And notice the word here, the dude said in the dream, he said that's what the fallen angels were called, bara. Two rings that bind. It's a binding of this, all has to do with what's going on in the world right now. That's exactly what this is. So I haven't seen this. This is today on 4/11/2014. This is what I voice text to a person I was talking to, some new ager, and I was trying to tell him, no, it's not what you're thinking. It's this. This is what's going on right now. So some of this I said, but I didn't say anything about any ooh la la or any of that crap. But it's correct, because it's the French for the female, and the two rings. I didn't say anything about any two rings. I don't believe, if I remember correctly. I do remember when the dream I was standing behind a Jewish guy, and he was telling some guy that was sitting down, that's the reason that they worship the fallen angels, and they go by the name of Bara. So here it is here, and here's the guy reading it in Hebrew. It's right. I'm right about this crap. Hang on, there's one more picture I want to show you. This is the Universal Studios logo. Everybody's seen it, right? Let me just push this up a little bit higher there. Okay. Here's the 2 rings. You notice in my text, the fallen angels, 2 rings to bind. That's what's holding them here as well. That's what they're trying to bust. That's what that whole pray for the Elohim crap is. It's a bum rush on heaven. I'm telling you, I'm right about this. There's no way I could have a dream, find out what the name of these dudes are, text it, have the phone write it out in a different format than what I said it. Universal Studios have this. And if you remember the movie Superman, remember the bad guys? You remember when they had the ring that was spinning around them, but you could see a reflection on the ground? Okay, is it General Zarkov or whatever his name was? Remember it had the disc going around him, but the one on the ground was making the same thing, so it looked like there was actually 2? It's the same thing, and they were all wearing black, remember? I'm right about this stuff. How this happens, I don't know. Somewhere in my head or spirit or something, I was somewhere where I was standing behind the dude, and I came in at the very end of the conversation, and he said that they worship the fallen angels, and their name is Bara. Here it is on my fucking cell phone. Yeah, I said it, but I didn't say this word. I said Bara. I said that's what he called it, but I didn't type out the 2 rings. So I don't know. There's something else at work here, something much higher, dealing with all of this. At least with me. I can't speak for anybody else, but so there's proof of it right there.